Hello, friends. How are y'all doing today? Happy Saturday. It is Saturday. It is the full moon. We are coming out of this Venus retrograde energy. So, of course, we're going to have the shadow period. We're still in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde. But either way, we can start to kind of feel a little bit lighter, okay? Things are going to start to move forward a little bit as well. So keep reviewing things, okay? Because, we got to learn that lesson or else it's going to keep on repeating, right? But be prepared to start moving forward a little bit quicker now that we are out of this retrograde energy, before the next one. Anyway, let's go ahead and pull some cards for this full moon. I am going to be using a new deck that I just got yesterday. Okay, if you've been paying to my story on my Insta, then you already know the Lilith deck. Oh my gosh, it was on Kickstarter. I am so in love with this deck. Of course, I'm in love with Lilith, so it makes sense that I would love this deck, right? But we are going to be using these cards for this pull today, all right? So our prompt for today is 3 cards for this full moon. And this deck does not disappoint, so let's get into it. So, hey witch, first card we have is the Night Queen Jasmine, which is all about intimacy, okay? So whenever we pull this card, we can really be thinking about any kind of fears around intimacy that might be coming up, any kind of mistrust that we might have in a partner or potential partners, and be willing to work our way through it, which fits so well for this Libra full moon, okay? We're already going to be thinking about our relationships, and whenever we're thinking about our relationships, of course, intimacy is going to come into that. And intimacy isn't just for a romantic partner, okay? Being intimate is being vulnerable, being able to share openly with others. So really feeling our way into that, okay? And I do want to read the little affirmation on the card as well. I overcome the fear of intimacy, and I allow myself to blossom and show my essence. Woo! So aligned. Okay, so our second card is Lilith in Pisces, all right? And this is all about the dreamer, okay? So really we can be thinking about our imagination, okay? Leaning into any kind of sensitivity that we might have, okay? So this one could get a little emotional, This one could be heightened emotions depending on what we're going through in our personal lives. For some of us, this can represent a need to set new boundaries with others, which again, so fitting for this moon. But this is also very much about creativity and kindness and being able to step into those aspects during this moon, okay? Even as we are setting boundaries, doing that out of kindness, not only for ourselves, but for others as well. So the affirmation on this one is, I'm sensitive and creative, deeply connected to the energies of the earth and the cosmos. And our last card is the Red Lily, and it is all about sexuality, okay? Which, of course, we can't really dive into a Libra full moon without talking about that, right? So this is all about seduction, passion, being able to really channel those energies, okay? And using them either with ourselves or with a partner. Feeling empowered because of this. Feeling more connected because of this. Not hiding these parts of ourselves. I almost get the sense that this could also be suggesting to work through any kind of shame around sexuality, any kind of shame around, being able to be our whole selves in those spaces, being able to step into a fuller sense of our own sensuality as well. And this card says, I'm magnetic and seductive. My energy radiates and I easily draw in what I desire. This moon feels very big, very powerful, but in a big, empowering kind of way. I feel like it's a big opportunity for us to step deeper into understanding ourselves in relationships as well as understanding our relationships. So be paying attention to what's coming up for you today and be willing to dive into that. Be willing to explore what is presented to you today and just see where that takes you. And of course, become ready to let go of all that no longer serves you, particularly anything in a relationship. Any characteristics, any limitations, any, boundaries that no longer serve, any unfair expectations. And then harness the power of this moon tonight whenever it peaks at 8:23, I believe, p.m. Eastern time, and let that shit go. Either way, how are you going to welcome this energy in? Let me know in the comments, and either way, I will see y'all next time. Bye, friends.